What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Keeping It EPL. I'm here, as always. I'm Edward Rouse with Matthew Selz, who
Yep.
we both had a very interesting Premier League weekend
Yes. The
on one
highs and
side or
lows
the
hit
other.
me all at one time.
Yep. Obviously, Liverpool, my team, probably one of the most unluckiest losses I've ever seen. But hey, it happens. In the Premier League, that's why stats don't matter a lot most of the time. The only stat that matters is goals on the board. And just so you know, they will be my loser of the weekend. But hey, we got to give due when credit is due, right? Is that how it goes? Something like that.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah.
A couple of these Premier League teams are in the Champions League this week. Aston Villa is playing today against the Young Boys. Is that who that
Yeah,
is?
young
The
boys.
Boys?
They're from Swiss.
So they're playing a bunch of under 18-year-old kids. Is that how that works?
I have no it's the weirdest team name
I
that
know.
does really well that I've seen. Like they're part of the Swiss
Yeah.
league.
Liverpool will be playing AC Milan and Christian Pulisic, the USA Wonder Boy, today. Man
There's
City
another
host.
US men's national team player on AC Milan too, I believe.
Yeah, I don't remember who it is. It's one of those guys who all look the same. But yeah, one of them. Um, Man City hosting Inter. That should be a good matchup tomorrow, which will be Wednesday. So if you're hearing this on Wednesday, that's today. And then Thursday at Atlanta hosting Arsenal. So Champions League going on too, and that could play a big role in squads and matchups for this weekend. Wear and tear, especially for Man City and Arsenal. More on that later. So, Matthew Sells, what do you want to talk about?
Oh gee, I don't know. Do I want the good news first or the bad news first?
Let's go with the losers first, and let's just open the show with and get it out of the way. Although we all kind of expected this anyways, but not
The
in this
Everton
epic
sucks.
fashion. Everton, we got to mention Everton again. I think this is the 5th week in a row
Yes.
mentioning Everton for good reason.
They are the second team ever in Premier League history to lose a 2-goal lead in 2 consecutive weeks. Last time it was done was, I think, Bournemouth in, like, 2022, like, October of '22.
Yeah.
So that's not good, especially for a Sean Dyche team that prides itself on defense, and that defense has completely evaporated.
Their defense
Like,
has been nowhere this entire season. That
it's unbelievable. I mean, there's the Jordan Pickford giveaway against Tottenham, that's one thing, but, like,
mhm.
Pickford's been nutmegged a few more times than he probably wants to be, but there's also open shots all day. It's open season on
Mhm.
the Everton,
And it seems
goal.
like that left
Yeah,
side for Everton is a big problem because every team so far just runs up that left side, gets the ball in the box, boom. Like obviously we had the Duran Wonder goal. That was
that was insane.
absolutely insane, but Ollie Watkins just you can't let one of the best goal scorers in the Premier League just carve you up
Walk
like
on
that.
into the box.
Yeah. So
So, yeah, they're so we're that's the Everton segment out of the way.
yep, still in trouble.
Ange sucks.
Who?
Ange
Oh, yeah. You're
Postecoglou. I
yep.
saw a stat, I think it was yesterday, that because this is Tottenham's worst start of a season in 9 years,
Mhm.
right back to the 2015-2016 season. That season was Poch's second season with Tottenham, second or third season with Tottenham. They got off to a terrible start, equaled this start, and then they finished third in the title race. So I guess maybe there's hope, but like for the calendar year, I went back and looked for the calendar year of 2024 what the Premier table looks like. Tottenham is 7 points better than Forest without the points deduction.
Yeah.
If you doubled Tottenham's point total of 31, if you doubled that, they'd be barely ahead of Arsenal,
Mm.
who's second. So you literally have to play twice and get the same results, and then you barely beat Arsenal in their point total once. It's bad. He's been figured out. He is incredibly stubborn. I get that this system has gotten him to where he is. There's no goals coming.
And this game was even more interesting where
Right.
possession percentage was 63.7% on Spurs side.
Oh, the Tottenham dominates the shots. They
They
dominate
outshot him,
possession.
shots on target,
They
touches,
dominate
passes,
passing.
everything.
They literally, if you look back at every game this season, they have dominated the stats. What they don't dominate is the final score.
Yep.
They
And like
just
we said,
can't.
that goal is all that matters.
And it's not even that, because I know for a couple games they were like, well, we don't have Solanke in there putting in the crosses. Well, he was there for Arsenal. What happened?
And I believe the
I
goal was
get,
a corner kick, right?
yes.
It was off a corner kick. Yep.
So there's that, in the run of play, we didn't give up a goal to Arsenal. But Arsenal was down 3 of their key guys, was short-staffed on defense without Calafiori back there either. And set pieces continue to be a problem for Tottenham. So it was a lose, lose, lose all the way around. He's been figured out. I don't know how they fix it at this point because everybody seems to have the game plan against Tottenham. Pack the bus, just park the bus and just let them try to hit net because it doesn't ever happen.
Well, hopefully we get a Pedro Porro goal here soon that we could bank
They
on.
produced less than a half a goal expected goal.
Yeah, it was
Arsenal.
not fun. Another 1-0 sad day for me, but happy day for you because I see you're wearing your Nottingham Forest jersey.
I am.
Are you trying to troll me or what's happening here? I'm not
And
sure.
by the way, the guy in the back is Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Okay.
The guy
Anyways, moving on. Liverpool at 69.1% of the possession. Only 5 shots on target in the 14 shots, though. That was a little disappointing. We had Mo Salah for an assist. He had 3 chances that looked good. Couldn't be delivered on the other end.
I think they practiced with the goal too far down the goal line. Everything
went that way, right? It was bizarre.
Went to the line, like the 18-yard line where it hits the touch line.
So,
they did have the one that went off the post and bounced out in the first half.
Yeah, that was Luis Diaz. Yeah, see, I think Liverpool played a pretty good game and a pretty good defensive game. It's just you got to.
Forrest had a perfect game plan.
Yeah, let's hope that one counter works, and then we just put everyone back. That's exactly what they did, and that's how they won. But again, the only stat that matters is that.
I mean, it was a gorgeous cross from Alonga to Hudson-Odoi. It
was a good cross, but it was during a counter.
Also, how do you let Hudson-Odoi get to his right foot? Like that's his only move.
And he absolutely fooled Alisson, who's the best goaltender in the world.
He did.
So.
I mean, it was a great shot. First win at Anfield since 1969.
Yeah, 59? Anfield is arguably one of the hardest places to play.
It's Virgil van Dijk's 3rd home loss in his 100 home games.
And only one in the Premier League, right? The other 2 were in like cups.
Well, one of them was to Leeds.
Oh, yeah.
In like 2022, I think.
Yeah.
And then one of them was it Crystal Palace last year? When Crystal Palace was hot down the stretch and they went there in like April.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
And beat them. But still, 3 losses at home in 100 appearances is a pretty darn good record.
When you have the best goalkeeper in the world and probably the best center back in the world, it's hard, right?
It's hard to score, yes.
But that's going to be Liverpool's game, and they need to hit the net if they're going to counter that because they're not going to give up many goals. We can see that clearly. But when they do, they have to make sure they score because – that was just a tough loss. But you know what? I'm okay with it because I think, just get that loss out of the way for Slot before things start building up into we're going to win the league. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a blow, but I think it's a lot to learn from. And we'll see what happens today in the Champions League too. See what kind of roster they throw out there. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing some Darwin Núñez starts during these Champions League places.
Probably.
Games, matches. So, yeah, those are pretty much the main losers, I think, from
I would toss Brentford in there because Wiss is out for a couple of months.
Yeah, and that's a
big – I mean, they've lost Tony, and now they've lost Wissa Tony because he's in Saudi Arabia. But.
Yeah, he's gone. But we called that game pretty much how it was going to go, that Man City Brentford game. We kind of
Although I was sweating it because we had the under on 3.5 goals, and it went 2-1 in the first half, and then it sat there for the whole
yeah,
rest of
it
the
just
time.
so I was like, oh, are we gonna get a third hat trick in a row from
Yeah.
Holland? But luckily we did not. But yeah,
Couple of winners quickly. Obviously, Forest, don't have to delve much more into that.
yep.
Um,
I'm not saying
Arsenal,
I don't think they're a winner. They they,
Arsenal,
they
uh,
drew 2 weeks ago and they barely scored out a win with 20 minutes left on the clock, and they didn't play very good
who?
against
Forest?
Tottenham. Arsenal. They didn't
Oh,
look good
Arsenal?
the entire game.
No, so here's the reason why they're a winner. Okay. You went to your rival's house. You've beaten them on the road now 3 times in the North London Derby, 3 times in a row. You were undermanned, still a fairly deep team, but you're
Yeah.
clearly undermanned. When they didn't have Declan Rice last year for 4 games, they went 1-3. Okay. They did not look like they were able to put together any offensive possession that was really threatening very much. They still got a win, right? They still pulled off that Arsenal
Mhm.
Arteta, win. So that proves to them that, hey man, we're in this. We can be gritty. We can not have to win pretty. We can still win, right? So
Mhm.
they're a winner. Chelsea, same thing. Did not look good.
Mm-mm.
They were terrible in the first half, came out in the second half, looked better, pulled one out in what can sometimes be a tough place to play because it's just a weird vibe and that's it. Like
It's
the
weird, right?
atmosphere.
It's
Yeah.
I hate watching the games like when Liverpool play there and it's the main game where Tottenham
The
and I'm
low
just like,
camera angle and the field looks
yeah,
yeah.
it's odd.
Um, so Chelsea pulled out a gritty performance, right? So they're gonna be a winner. Another sneaky winner for me is Ipswich.
Okay.
They didn't technically win,
No, they drew, but
but
yeah.
they got a 0-0 draw against Brighton, who 2 weeks ago was tops of the league.
Yeah. Brighton, well, I'll get to this in a second, but
So I think just from you're in a relegation battle, your defense is getting better.
mhm.
You just drew with one of the better goal scoring teams in the league, and it was 0-0. Good on you there, Ipswich.
Yeah, I'll give you that one too. Let's move on to the table. Matt Sells, can you tell me the current teams? There are 5 of them that have not lost a match. Can you
Man
name
City,
correct?
Arsenal has not yet lost.
Correct.
Brighton has not lost.
Correct.
Um,
2 more.
I know Forest is one of them. They have not
4
yet lost.
more. Who's the 5th?
Is it is it Villa
It
or
is
is
Newcastle.
Newcastle?
They are
Newcastle is the other one.
3 with and 0
Yeah.
with 1 draw. Quietly tied for second with Arsenal on the table right now, obviously behind Man City, who have not drawn or lost. So 5 teams remain, I guess, in a way, undefeated or whatever you want to call it.
Unbeaten. Yeah.
Unbeaten. There you go. And yeah, Liverpool's still there at 4 behind them with 9 points, tied with Aston Villa after their big comeback win. Um, so yeah, we kind of see the top 5 here. Kind of thought they would be, except Tottenham's a little low for me, but more on that later. So Man City,
Yeah.
Arsenal, Newcastle, Liverpool with loss, Aston Villa, and then Brighton undefeated, Forest in 7th, and then Chelsea moving up to 8th, followed by Brentford and Man United after their win, much needed by the way, moving up to 10th there. So at the bottom of the table, obviously we have Everton and Southampton and the Wolves in the relegation. The only teams that have not won or draw, well, that would be Southampton and Everton.
Correct.
So Everton -9 to the table, Southampton -7. But I'm
Yeah.
telling you, this Southampton team is not that as bad as 19th place. So
I would agree. I watched the Man U Southampton game. I didn't think it was that bad. And by the way, Garnacho, could you have just not kicked it in 90 plus 6? I
yeah,
had the under at 2.5, and then you had to go and what's the point, man? Like, can we just dribble it for a while and just let the clock run out? And then I hit my bet? Come on now.
yeah, something like yeah. The Southampton team that they're going to put pressure on some teams, so I don't expect them. Ipswich is right over the line there because they got that draw, so they have 2 draws now at 17. Crystal Palace surprisingly at 16. Leicester City at 15. West Ham surprisingly big, dropping down after their draw at Fulham, which is again hard. Fulham and then Tottenham at 13, right there, only 4 points through 4
Mhm.
match weeks.
crushing. But
Woo!
we're winning the stat battle, people.
Yep.
I guess that's what Ange meant by saying we're going to win things in the second year.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Before we jump into the matchups and our picks and our draws of the week, I hit my draw of the week last week.
You did.
I did, and it was the one that you made me pick it while we were going over the stats for it. So shout out to West Ham and Fulham for that one. You did a little bit of
Chelsea
research.
looked like it was going to
It
draw,
did.
and then
It did.
through 82 minutes of painful soccer.
Painful watch that was. You put up a little stats thing about how we've done on our picks so far, because we're going into match week 5.
Yes.
So 4 weeks worth of match picks, including goal scorers, unders, totals, everything. And you come up with a solution that we are awesome at what we do.
Yeah, so I went back and re-listened to all of the first 3 podcasts. We had all of the bets for match week 4 written down because we finally got smart about this. I went back and
it only took 4 episodes, but we
there
did.
you go. I also didn't want the bet tracker to start in week 4 for some random reason.
Because what if we crushed match week 2? You know?
Yeah, it turns out we did actually crush 2 of the weeks. And created a bet tracker sheet here. And so far, we've made 63 bets through the first 4 weeks. That includes the Man City week 3, where we decided to do an experiment and pick exact scores versus the money line.
Yep.
And split them between. Anyway, so we've made 63 bets. We've used a unit of $10 a bet, right? Because that's more reasonable for folks than like $100 or $50 or whatever. Plus, the math is simple. In those 63 bets, we've been right 29 times, incorrect 34 times. Not bad. Hitting almost 500.
However,
we have profited $134 off those bets.
Let me cheer on that. Hell yeah! $10 on every single one of the bets we've done.
Had Pedro Porro's beautiful head found the net on a corner, it would have been like $234.
Yeah, for sure. If you'd have bet $10 on everything we've put down so far, you'd be up 100 and what was it? $134. There you go. See, we're doing it here. Keeping it EPL. We're doing it.
So we will be recording all of the bets we say we're taking for match week 5. We're going to track those. And then we'll put this. I think we have plans to put the sheet up.
We'll put it on the website. Rant. Yeah, we'll put it on meltdowns.com. And if you go up, I switched the menu now. So if you go up to EPL, we'll put all of our EPL stuff right under there, so it's easier to find. Alrighty. We got a big matchup this weekend. That's going to be the last game we talk about, and it just happens to be the last game being played. So there we go. And I got a couple picks on that one that are going to be fun. So,
well, there you go.
But we start the week with what I think is a really good matchup too. A West Ham team who really needs to get their act together because, as we just showed when we ran through the table, that they are falling. And this is a good West Ham team. A lot of expectations for them this year. They are hosting Chelsea. Now, this game will be at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. I will be asleep.
I will not.
You're going to wake up and watch this bad boy?
I usually do. It's only 6:30. I also get a chance to watch some stuff without my kids around.
Yeah, that's why I like
the nice.
Premier League the best. I can just wake up and watch a Premier League match without Merritt driving me crazy.
Yeah. Plus, it allows me to get a jump on some other stuff before the day gets crazy. With some other work and whatnot. So, yeah, I will be watching it.
I really like this as a draw this week. I don't know if I could call it my draw of the week. Last year in this match, I believe it went it was 5.
Chelsea beat them 5-0 in May, and then it drew in
and then
February. No.
Yeah, no, in August it was 3-1 West Ham.
3-1 West Ham.
And that was at West Ham. So that was this fixture last year with 3-1 West Ham. I don't know. I'm looking at their stats here real quick. they're very evenly matched.
I
I
have
mean,
I have a bet.
except for money wise of who they pay for their team, they're
Yeah.
evenly matched on stats. Both teams are kind of right there in the middle of the table. Go for it. What do you got on this one?
I have a bet for Chelsea to win by 1 goal at plus 333.
Ooh,
Because right now the odds for Chelsea to win is plus 110, for
yes,
West Ham
yes.
to win is plus 225, for it to draw is plus 290.
Then how is to win by 1 goal better odds than man? Soccer betting's real, man. That is crazy. Yeah, put
This
10
is
on
this
that.
is why you go searching through the win margins.
Yeah, go ahead and put money on that one. Put that one down right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you get West Ham to win by 1 goal, it's plus 460. They were only going off at plus 225 to win. So, um, I don't think it's gonna be Chelsea by 2 goals. If you wanted that, it's plus 500. I don't
Nah,
think
let's
that's happening.
if we're already getting plus 300 odds for one
Yeah.
goal, let's not
Oh, I'm not pushing it, no.
yeah.
I think it's like a 2-1 Chelsea win.
Now 2-1 Chelsea, I can see it. I can see that. I the ties kind of the draw scares me a little bit, but it's not my draw of the week, so I'm willing to head in that direction. Let's put it on the board. Chelsea by 1 goal.
So, the other thing is that in the last 9 games between West Ham and Chelsea, West Ham have been unable to keep a clean sheet.
That's true. So do you want well, you could bet on both teams to score.
Yeah, but I think the line is like minus 200, which didn't intrigue me.
Oh yeah, it is. Damn. I don't like that one.
No.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just put that one in and call it a day. I don't know who's going to score a goal between these. Their goal
Nicholas
scorers seem to
Jackson?
come random. Yeah, they got random goal scorers on these two teams too. I'm looking at it
Is
right
Cole
now.
Palmer gonna get off the schneid, or
Ah, man, he hasn't been very good so far this season, has he? Maybe this is the Cole Palmer come out game. He's in London at London Stadium against West Ham. Maybe he has this 2-goal game. This one. I mean, I'm not going to bet on it, but
yeah.
he's due for that game where he shows the world, like Ollie Watkins last week, why he's considered one of the best players in the Premier League, and he hasn't done it yet.
Yeah,
So
why he got that 9-year extension or whatever the heck he got.
maybe this is it. And looking at West Ham in general defensively, um, yeah, they're 15th defensively.
Yeah, Cole Palmer, by the way, is going off at plus 170 for an anytime goal scorer.
Plus 170. Oh man, I want to put it down.
We should clarify that some of the bigger books haven't come out with props yet. We're
Yeah.
recording this a little earlier than normal. So like DK, FanDuel, BetMGM.
Cole Palmer does not have a goal yet this year, right? I think he
may
has
have one, but like 4 assists.
Yeah, he has a lot of assists. What's the assist line on Cole Palmer?
That's an excellent question.
That's he does have 1 goal and 4 assists.
Let's see here. Other markets. Trying to find.
Did he have that goal?
I think it was like week 1.
It was week 2 against Wolves. At Wolves.
Oh.
He's coming off a game with no assists, no goals. 4 fouls against. He's coming off a terrible game. Yes. Yeah, dude. Let's put some money in some Cole Palmer goal, baby.
Okay, so we'll do that. We'll go Cole Palmer.
He does not have 2 terrible games in a row. I'm looking over all the way to last year. He at least gets it. What's his goal or assist line?
Let me see.
If that's available. If not, we could put on goal, but I like the goal or assist here. Man, you make me do things on this show I don't normally would do. I like it. Hey, but we got some money to work with because we're up after 4 weeks. So let's play with it a little bit.
That's true. That's true. I'm still trying to find. I don't know if they have that goal and assist market up yet. I know the anytime goal.
Well, we'll wait till the odds come out and we'll put it up on the website. But until then, let's just get that goal plus 170 in there and see how it all plays out.
And if anything changes, we will go ahead and write that up. I also have the bet preview coming on Friday.
Perfect. Aston Villa hosting Wolves. Aston Villa only a -1 6-1 favorite at home against the Wolves in this one. Is there something that you're not telling me? Because I would take that minus 161.
For Wolves? For Villa and Wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw this too, and I don't understand that. But
Last year in this same match last year with 2-1 Aston Villa.
by the way, while Villa is minus 160 to win,
Hmm.
Villa to win by 1 goal is plus 275.
That's disgusting. I put that down.
This is why you shop odds, man. And I got another one too.
That is crazy. Yeah,
If
go
we
ahead.
do halftime, full time bets, if you go draw in the first half and Villa wins second half, it's plus 380. And if you look back at Villa's games so far this year, 3 of them have been draws at halftime.
Okay. Do we put both those down?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
I mean, I'm not touching draw. I'm not touching Wolves. I think Aston Villa wins this game. So you got to put those
Correct.
down. And I think they win. And you know what? I'm going back to the well.
Oh, you're going.
Ollie Watkins score a goal, baby. Put it on the board too. So we got Cole Palmer and Ollie Watkins as our 2 goal scorers so far. Give me some Ollie Watkins.
There we
He's
go.
been hot.
I'm literally typing these out
He's been hot. He's been hot.
as we speak. So the draw and Villa win is 380. And then Ollie Watkins is going off at what, plus 130?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Man, did you? Okay. Wolves. We're the Wolves here. We're the Wolves.
I don't know. We got to kind of hedge, though, in case this goes
Possession is 46. Pass 80%. Pass percentage. A rate of 6.40. So the Wolves are 18th in the league in just rating, and their discipline is terrible, which means there's going to be a lot of free kicks probably around the area.
Probably.
They have the most yellow cards so far in the league. And Aston Villa, well, they are pretty good. Their possession needs some work, but they've had some tough games. But their pass percentage is near the top in the league, and they're very good at aerials one, where Wolves are not. Obviously, Aston Villa has a bigger team. But
Yeah. By the way, Wolves are winless away from home in the league since February.
Yep. Okay.
The last win, ironically, came at Tottenham Stadium.
So how many bets we played on this game? 3? Or just the 0 at half?
We did Villa by 1, draw, and then Villa halftime, full time, and then Ollie Watkins goal.
Okay. Yeah, sure. All right. We think Villa is going to win that one. Liverpool hosting AFC Bournemouth. Obviously, Liverpool's a huge favorite unless Matt Sells finds some crazy odds somewhere that tells me otherwise to win by 1 goal.
Yeah, let's go check. No, Liverpool. Oh.
What website is this that you're doing this? This is crazy.
Odds checker.
Okay.
FanDuel
Mm-hmm.
has Liverpool to win by 1 at plus 270. Liverpool to win by 2 goals at plus 280.
Let's take the 270 and the 1. Right? I'm on FanDuel right now. I'm trying to see if this is real. Hold on.
I see it on odds checker.
Liverpool to win by 1 goal. Both teams to score is only minus 136. That's stupid. That is dumb. Liverpool to win any. I don't see that on here.
FanDuel, let me see. Did DK have it? I don't know if DK has it.
Correct. I see correct score.
Do you see winning margin?
Goals. Both teams to score the number of team goals. I see Liverpool to score exactly 1 goal is plus 360. Yeah, I don't see that in here. And I'm on FanDuel right now, so I know captivating radio right here, but
yeah,
We're just trying to make sure we get these right.
You really don't see a winning margin? Interesting. Bet365 has both of those at plus 330.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, Liverpool has exactly how many goals they have. They have a winning margin with both to score. First team to score a goal. But here we go. Maybe. Whoa. Liverpool. Nope. To win by -1.5 goals is -126. So there's no. Yeah, it's not in here. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. We're still going to put the Bet365 down though because they offer it and they're dumb. Okay, moving on. We think Liverpool's going to. Do you have any more picks for this one? Obviously, I want to hit that Mo Salah assist and goal again, but not quite yet because I want to wait and see how many minutes he plays during the Champions League. Because again, this is one of those games that's going to affect time on the pitch.
Exactly.
So we'll move on.
See if I can find the winning margin on DK here. See if they
Southampton hosting Ipswich Town.
Yes.
This kind of has draw written all over it, Matthew Sells.
I thought so too. And then I changed it.
They have not recently ever played each other.
Correct.
Yeah. So looking at the stats between these two teams, Ipswich is second to last in possession percentage in the league, and they're also not very disciplined. They are last in shots per goal by a wide margin. And Southampton is 12th in the league, more disciplined, and their possession percentage, like we talked about, is really high for a team who has not gotten a single point at 62% with a pass percent of 89. All signs point to Southampton winning this one. And I'm going to go ahead and say that they do win.
You say Southampton wins?
Yep, I'm taking the plus 120 that Southampton wins this game at home. Get back on the snide.
I will take the opposite side of that.
You think Ipswich is going to go into Southampton and win?
I do.
Okay, explain.
Ipswich's defense has gotten a lot better over the last couple of games.
Okay? Yeah, but they put nothing on goal.
So,
0. They're
you can survive and get a set piece.
Yeah.
Or they've also put nothing on goal against better teams than Southampton.
Southampton is very disciplined. They're control the ball. It's not going to be an easy matchup.
No.
And finally, Southampton has like a team they could actually beat using their formula here. They've had a really hard beginning to the season, man.
Yes, they have. There's no doubt about that. For sure. But they've only conceded once. Ipswich has only conceded once in the last 2 games. So defensively, they are much better. And Southampton have conceded 6 goals in the last 2 games.
So you don't think draw? You're taking straight up Ipswich.
I'm going to take Ipswich to win.
I'm taking Southampton.
Okay, so we have our first split of a game.
Yeah.
Here in the show.
We'll put it in the article. And we'll figure it
out. That'll be it for that game because I don't see anything else.
And also, I think either way, whichever way it goes, we're going to be up money.
Correct.
Unless they draw,
then we're screwed.
So we can't have the draw. No draw, Southampton or Ipswich. No.
Yeah, that's going to really suck. All right, so I'm going to take the plus 230 on Ipswich to win.
And I'll take the plus 120.
There you go. On Southampton to win. So there you go. As long as that game doesn't end in a draw, we are golden.
Matthew Sells, is any team hurt more right now than the Everton, whatever they call themselves, the Blues, the Toffs? Is anyone more hurt than Everton? Going into Leicester City, plus 155 Leicester at home. Everton's only plus 180 as a...
I mean, I can't blame them, right?
Yeah, as an away team. I'm calling it. This is going to be my draw of the week.
There you go.
My draw of the week.
Does that game really require air horns?
No, it doesn't. I will not be watching this game. I will be following it on the Premier League tracker. But last match that they played, it hit a draw 2-2. Of course, that was also 2 years ago in 2023
Yes.
because of the Leicester going down, coming back up. This has draw written all over it. I think Everton. I think here's how this game's going to play out. Everton is going to come out firing. They're going to get a good early goal, and Jamie Vardy's going to tie it up in the second half, and it's going to end up 1-1. That's exactly how I see this finishing. That's my draw of the week. Jim, any other picks on this one, or do you kind of feel like that's the way it's going to go too?
This was in the running for my draw of the week as well. So I'll let you take this one.
I hate to take Everton as a draw.
It'll be a salty off between Deitch and Steve Cooper.
Mm-hmm. So over the last 2 games at the same time, we'll find out if Southampton and Everton can actually get some points on the board.
Yeah, this is their chance to do that. I don't know if it's going to happen.
It's their chance.
This is the week to do it.
It's definitely their chance. Okay, yep. Same page there. Tottenham, -200 home favorites against the Brentfords. Brentford, plus 370 on the draw, plus 500 on the Brentford side. I'll let you go. It's your Tottenham.
I don't even know what to make of this at this point. You've got Brentford, who's down their top 2 goal scorers at this point. And Tottenham has all of their goal scorers and still can't score.
Last year, I know Brentford has changed a lot, but a lot of goals scored between these 2 teams. 3-2 in Tottenham, and in Brentford was 2-2 a draw, but over 4 goals. 4 goals or more in their last 3 matchups. Interesting.
In their last 4, because if we go back to previous season, 3-1 Brentford and a 2-2 draw at Brentford. So they've put up 4 goals or more in 4 straight.
So we'll be looking at a total for this one.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, something has to go in the net for Tottenham, right? Right? Please, soccer gods.
Yeah, I would think so. You get really good value at 3.5 goals in this one. The over is plus 110, and the under is minus 134 on FanDuel.
At this point, I kind of want to go the under.
Me too. That's exactly what I was thinking. I do kind of want to go the under 2. We know Brentford lost one of their best strikers to Saudi Arabia, and then another to injury. Tottenham hasn't been scoring goals lately.
Now, here's my question. Do we go all the way to under 2.5 at plus 189 on FanDuel?
Maybe like a 2-0 win. Yes, we do. We do. Put it on the board. I like the 3.5 at minus 134, but I just don't see Brentford scoring in this one. I just don't see Brentford scoring in there because.
Do you want to hedge and split it?
Yeah, let's hedge.
Okay, so go under 3.5 goals.
Yeah.
At minus 134.
I think Tottenham wins, but I'm not going to risk that money to win nothing for them to win.
Okay, so we'll do the under 3.5 goals at $5.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the under 2.5 goals.
Yep.
At plus 189 for $5.
And just a Tottenham
and
win.
How do you and if it's a 2-0 win for Tottenham, which I hope to God it is, we hit both.
Which is exactly what I think it's going to be. A 2-0 win for Tottenham. So perfect. Love it.
Yeah, I don't have any thoughts on goal scorers or because who the heck knows where anything's going to come from at this point. Who knows? Maybe Udogie steps up and just rifles one.
One thing is for sure, though, Tottenham's defense looks really good and stout. So
it does so far. So we'll that's what we'll do with this matchup is we'll just hedge for the unders on.
So what we want is Tottenham to win 2-0.
Correct, but I'm also not going to bet on Tottenham to win because right now, how can you do that? Also, it's minus 200 for some silly reason.
It's not
worth it when they look the way they do.
One of the unbeatens, Newcastle travels to a really tough place to play, Craven Cottage and Fulham FC. Fulham, well, they've been playing Fulham football, really, so far this season. Really good at home, not so good away. You got any take on this?
I think Newcastle wins.
Wins at Craven Cottage.
Wins at Craven Cottage. You can get that. It looks like it's going off at plus 135.
Hmm.
So if we pull up some of the match info, Newcastle's beaten Fulham 6 straight times.
Okay.
Regardless of where it's been played, they've beaten them
Hmm.
6 straight times.
I'm looking at that right now.
And they have no losses against Fulham in the last 9. So they've drawn 3 and beaten them 6 times.
Now, this was another pick for draw of the week for me.
It
Um,
was.
Just at home, that's all Fulham does is draw.
I mean, that's true. However, they haven't Newcastle has not conceded a single goal in their last 4 meetings with Fulham.
And Fulham is a little off offensively, so yeah, I can see it.
Correct.
Do we get any value in it?
It's plus 135 for Newcastle to win.
So they are a favorite to win. Yeah, let's just put down the 130. Let's just pick Newcastle to win. Not worry
I'm
about the
taking
score.
the under 2.5 goals at plus 132.
Yeah, I could see this being a under 2.5 as well.
So that's what I'm going to do. You can find some crazy win margin lines.
I'm not taking that.
But
I mean, yes, Newcastle's quietly unbeaten this season, but it's not like they're beating the brakes out of people.
correct. So, like, you could see if you think it's going to be a 2-0 win for Newcastle, you could take plus 600 for Newcastle to win by 2.
Nah, because I could see it being a 2-1.
Correct.
Let's just take Newcastle to win outright. Call it a day.
So you don't want the under either.
Oh, under. Well, no, because what if it's 2-1
Okay, well, let's check. What's the under 3.5 total?
on FanDuel?
Yes. Or whatever you can pull up.
FanDuel. I'm still in Leicester, Edmonton. Give me a quick second.
There you go. Great radio.
Yep. Great radio. Totals under 3.5 is minus 184. FanDuel.
That's too steep for me.
Yeah, let's just keep it at just they win. Game over.
Yeah, the under 3.5 is.
We're gonna say Fulham wins. Game over. Not Fulham. Sorry.
I might sprinkle
Newcastle.
on the under 2.5.
Newcastle wins.
I'm gonna take the under 2.5.
All right. Put it on there. If it loses, I'm gonna give you a very nasty meme.
Okay. I mean, you and I have had a tight fantasy battle this week already too.
It's true.
Thanks to the Eagles.
Okay, Crystal Palace is hosting Manchester United.
Oh.
Crystal Palace not as good as we thought they were going to be. However, they have owned Manchester United over the last year, winning this matchup 1-0 and then at home crushing their souls 4-0. Man United kind of got it back together against Southampton, if you want to call it that. What do you got here?
3-0 is helpful, but really it was 2-0. Thanks, Garnacho.
Fair. What do you got here? I am this is a tough one for me. I like the under of goals in this one.
What?
This is also a draw game.
It is a draw candidate. Let's see what the under 3.5. No, that's not.
Nah, man, we're going up. Well, I'm looking at under 2.5 in this one.
Under 2.5.
Yeah, plus 130 on Bet 365.
Yeah, that's not bad. 6 of the last 8 matches for United have gone over the 2.5 market.
So that Fulham one was the only one that.
Yes.
So if the line is around 3, I don't know how many goals do you think will be scored between these teams? Obviously 3-0 against Southampton, but Man U, we're talking about the line from them, but it's like they're scoring a lot of goals.
No, I mean neither team is, but
take away that 3-0 win against Southampton. Yeah, Man United has a total of 2 goals in 3 games, their first 3. So so I kind of like the under. I know we're a lot of unders, but unders seem to hit more.
I'll give you the under 2.5 on this one since you gave me the under 2.5 on the other one.
Fair. Do you have any picks for this one? Obviously, I think a draw is in favor in this one. I give the edge a little bit to Man United only because Crystal Palace has not been playing as good, but Crystal Palace does have the team to be better than where they currently are in the table, so they could win as well. So I'm edge to Man United.
I would give the edge to Man United, but I don't know that I'm comfortable betting it.
Picking them. Yep.
We'll put it that way. I mean,
Man.
plus 145 though is tempting. Unless we just unofficially make this the group draw of the week.
It could be. I like draw. I'm looking at it going, "Ooh, I should have waited."
All right, so show draw of the week. That's what
this will be a co-draw of the week because I think we're both on the same page. We both are not comfortable going any side. We think it's going to be low scoring.
Yeah,
that tells you a draw is. This is the perfect formula for a draw. Is this game and these odds? Literally.
What is it? Plus 274? Yes, it is.
Yeah, take it.
Okay, there we go.
All right, this next one's all you, my friend. We're moving to Sunday. We got 2 matchups left. Brighton and unbeaten hosting Nottingham Forest after their big win at Anfield. Do they kind of go back down to reality this week? Do they give Brighton a run for their money? You haven't had your draw of the week yet, and there's 2 games left, which the other one would be very interesting if you pick that one. Where are you going here?
I'm going. This is my draw of the week.
Okay, I kind of figured that. That's gonna happen.
I know it's unusual to root for your team to draw, but I just think that this game has the makings of it.
Yep.
Brighton has slowed down the last couple of weeks. I mean, for God's sakes, Ipswich just kept them scoreless, right? Forest put on a defensive clinic against Liverpool for all but basically one shot, right? I do think that Forest have the attacking options to go, because keep in mind that Alanga didn't start the game. Neither did Callum Hudson-Odoi for Forest. They went with a more defensive line, and then they swapped in the faster guys when Liverpool had tired legs. So I think that if you look at what should be the starting lineup for Forest, I think they have enough to counterattack effectively with Brighton. So I'm going with draw of the week. This is going off at plus 290 for a draw. Brighton is favored at minus 130. Forest is plus 375 to win outright. I don't know. Like, I would be ecstatic if they went there and won outright. I just don't see it happening. So I'm going to go with a draw between these two. I think it's like, I think it may be a 2-2 draw. I think there's enough goals.
I think this goes over. I have it. My main pick for this is over 2.5.
Over 2.5.
Yeah, they could probably get better odds at 3.5 or 3, but 2.5 is the baseline for this one.
And what do you have that for over?
Let me go to FanDuel.
Yeah, let's say
2.5 over is minus odds, but not a lot.
Let me see if I can get. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Yeah, this has the makings of a crazy game. You're gonna see the other Matt Selz make a crazy save or two, and then
the over 3.5 is plus 205.
Oh, I'd rather play it safe for the 2.5. I know you're not going to get a draw if it's 3 goals, but you're playing it safe and you're still getting a pretty decent amount. Because then once again, you're asking for a high scoring draw, which is not as.
Yeah, it's produced. This fixture has produced over 2.5 goals in 5 of the last 7.
That's why I have it marked right here as my bet for this game. I knew you would probably. I knew you would probably try to swing me to Nottingham Forest, so I just said I'm just going to look at the over this one.
No, I'll take this as the draw. This has draw written on it.
All right, and I want minus 2.5 just to play it safe.
Yep.
Try to get some value back. All right, the game.
Not bad.
The game of the week, and a rough fixture after both playing this week late in the Champions League. It's going to be interesting to see how they line up in the Champions League this week. Just kind of tell you how they expect to line up this weekend. Man City hosting Arsenal. Something's got to give here. Now, this could be a draw. Very easy. This is Man City's only favored, and they're at home.
Yes.
-132. That's seems like a no-brainer to me. Along with a Haaland goal. But
Yeah, I think Man City wins this.
I do too.
Clearly, as a Tottenham fan, I want Man City to win this.
Yeah.
But I do think that the deficiencies that Arsenal showed last week without Declan Rice and without Odegaard
Mhm.
and without a couple others
Yeah.
may show. Now I know that they're supposed to get Declan Rice back this week because it was a 1 game suspension, right? It was not a straight rate; it was a double yellow. So that'll help a little bit. But Odegaard really makes that offense flow, and Man City's coming in basically healthy.
So is this one of those games where we could pepper in and kind of put things in the exact score
I
category?
think it's a 1-0. I think it's a 1-0 win
One
for
nothing
Man
plus
City.
650. I also like
Okay,
two
so let's
nothing
do
plus
this again with Man
750.
City. I like to
I
so we'll take
I think we
Man
just
City
straight
to
up
win.
do the 1-0, 2-0, and 2-1.
Do we wanna I kinda also wanna take the Man City to win at -130 because that's not terrible.
No, yeah, we'll take that too.
Okay, so we'll take Man
Yeah.
City to win at -130,
And then you
and
got
then
a final score of Man U 1-0 is plus 650.
okay, Man City 1-0 plus 650.
Two
Alright.
zero is 750.
Man City 2-0.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you get 2-1 at 700. And if you want to get crazy, 3-0 is plus 1400. But
I don't know that it's 3-0.
yeah, but I think the game ends up, somewhere in there.
You said 2-1 is 700?
Plus, yeah, 700. So if we just lay down a little bit on all three of those,
So $3?
it's just almost like
333?
we're playing the roulette version of betting, like
I mean,
putting chips on the board and hoping
it
that it
worked
hits.
really well last time. Like, when we did this, it was match week 3 we did
Yeah.
this, where we had Man City to win at -239. We took that as a
Hmm.
whole bet. And then
Yep.
we sprinkled in Man City by 2 goals, Man City 3-1, Man City 2-1, 4-1, and 2-0.
We still.
And Man City by 2 goals and Man City 3-1 hit. The Man City 3-1 was plus 1,100. So we bet $10 to win $4 on the Man City winning at
Yeah, yeah.
-239. We bet 4 total dollars to win by 2 and 3-1, and we won 29 in profit on $4.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to the well on this one because I think that's how it's going to go. Now,
Yeah,
obviously, there's more. This one we have a little bit more with Arsenal. We don't know. A draw would kill us. If Arsenal wins, obviously, it would kill us too. But we're low scoring, but
yeah.
Man City wins, and I agree with you on this one.
Yeah, I think it's a razor tight, contest. The Gunners haven't won at Man City since January of 2015. And again, they're coming in. I mean, they're still a loaded squad, but they're not at full strength. And
Arsenal
they have to play
mid-table in possession percentage right now. Arsenal, interesting.
well because they just got. I mean, they only controlled it 38% of the time
Yeah,
against Tottenham, but still won.
yeah,
So, um,
interesting.
yeah, the City's won 8 of the last 9 head-to-head meetings
Yep,
at the venue,
yep.
and the only other one ended in a draw
In a draw, that was a while ago,
last
right?
year.
Oh no, oh no, it's okay. So you have it. We say Man City wins, keeps their winning streak
Yep.
alive, putting more points on the table, which means Liverpool will have to try to win and keep up after their loss, as well as Newcastle and the rest. But hey, anything could happen as we saw last week. Our draws of the week, we have a co-draw of the week, so 3 draws of the week this week. But looking at the matchups, that seem fair. We'll see how we do. Good luck with all your bets, everybody. Good luck to your teams, Matt Sells, and your goalie, Matt Sells.
Yes.
I will be watching Liverpool dominate Oh, I don't know if I'd throw this, but I want to go back to the well on Mo Salah, but it wasn't available yet. Mo Salah goal or assist. Put that down before you do it. All right, Ollie Watkins, we need another one from you, buddy. You could do it. You could do it. Cole Palmer, where you at, Cole Palmer? Give us a rebound magic. And Mo Salah, just do your thing, my friend. All right, Matt Selz, that'll do it for Keeping It EPL. Good luck to everybody this weekend, like I said. And we'll see you next week. And hopefully, Everton has a point. Hopefully. Hopefully. See you later, my fellow Premier League lovers. Boom.